Future Trunks, Piccolo, and Krillin are going to be making their way to Dragon Ball FighterZ, or Dragon Ball FighterZ, whatever you want to call it. This is arguably the most hyped Dragon Ball game of all time, featuring an incredibly deep combat system and an art style which frankly outshines the actual anime version it's an adaptation of. And man, I am so glad that they keep revealing some new characters for this game. A couple of weeks ago, it was hinted that Future Trunks was going to appear, and they showed it off in a magazine, and we just got our very first trailer for it, and oh my god, this looks freaking awesome. I love the fact that he's utilizing his sword in the actual fighting game. I love that they're taking the actual poses and movements from the show and the manga. Like that weird freaky deaky thing he does when he does that big bang attack, and even the thing where he like slashes an opponent, hits them from behind. Just, man, they're doing a great job of translating all of those classic movements and moments from the Dragon Ball Z anime series. It's just awesome. And then they just revealed that Piccolo and Krillin are going to be in the game. Now, they were like a given. I'd say all three of these characters were. They're just standbys. They have to be a part of the starting roster. And I love that they're doing every single character justice. Because a lot of the times in the old Dragon Ball games, certain characters would just get screwed over. Everybody would play as like the same 5 people. And that could be a problem in this game as well, as they did introduce the concept of stats for all of these characters, which is going to pertain to their strength, their speed, their key abilities, and some characters are certainly going to have an edge, but ultimately everybody should be even and it should come down to skill, which is why I'm glad to see characters like Piccolo and Krillin looking just as freaking hype and badass as the Super Saiyans from the series. And by the way, if you haven't seen any of this like amazing artwork from this game and the scans of Piccolo and Krillin, I'll put a link to them in the description box below. Make sure to check it out and see them because they look great. Krillin in particular, I think looks fantastic. Probably the most intimidating that I think I've ever seen him done. And I love the fact that he is, of course, going to have a lot of his signature techniques. Of course, the signature Krillin technique, the Destructo Disc. I can't wait to see if he's going to be able to use multiple ones in the game, if you're going to be able to actually control them in the air or something. I just think that would be really cool. And his overall fighting style, I can't wait to see because he's just going to be so fast and nimble and all over the place. And thank God it's bald Krillin. Krillin with hair sucks. Unless it's the Krillin with hair who's wearing the taco shirt. Now we have Piccolo. Piccolo is another one of those characters, like, he kind of had to make it in. He's one of the core cast members, and I'm interested to see that they actually decided to go with, like, battle-ready Piccolo. A lot of people were debating, is he going to have the cape and the turban? No, he's throwing that shit off and getting ready to go super Namek on everyone. And again, they're doing a great job of actually translating what these characters look like and their overall movements. The fact that Piccolo has stretchy arms, something that I think is really awesome and very unique about his character, and something that I hope to see a lot more of in the actual Tournament of Power arc in Dragon Ball Super. Not to mention we get to see the returns of some classic techniques from him, such as the giant grenade technique, as well as, of course, his signature, the Special Beam Cannon. Ooh, it looks sexy as hell, and I can't wait to see all of it in motion. It's one thing to see screenshots of these characters, but whenever they do the trailers for them, it just blasts your face off with how awesome it is and how great they've done in actually capturing the epicness of Dragon Ball Z. These characters all look like they're going to be a lot of fun, and I really hope that I'm going to be able to make it to the closed beta. Supposedly next week, everybody's going to be able to sign up and see if they have the opportunity to actually play the closed beta, and I really hope that's something that I'm going to be a part of, because I want to play it on my PS4, and I'm even thinking about doing some recordings of the actual game sessions, and if possible, I would love to do some actual matches or some rounds when the actual game comes out with some of the other people in the YouTube anime community. I just think that it would be a lot of fun. This is something that I've always wanted to do for a long time, and I think that, you know, for our channel, it would be great to start with like a Dragon Ball Z fighting game, especially one like this, which is just, man, it's so hype. I love it. I haven't been this, like, so pumped up for a Dragon Ball fighting game in so long. Honestly, I can't contain my excitement anymore for this game. I'm currently working on a really big video right now that pertains to the game. I'm choosing my top 20 characters that I want to be as playable characters in Dragon Ball FighterZ, and that is a lot. And by the way, this list has been really hard to make, and I'm really glad that they announced some of these fighters, because that means I can knock them off the list, and I can put someone a little more unique on the list. I had a feeling they were going to make it in no matter what, and I'm sure there's going to be a few more standbys that we're definitely going to see. But man, I just really wish this is a game that would go all out with its roster. Considering it's the first game of its kind, though, it's probably not going to go too nuts. Not to mention it's being made by Arc Systems, and they don't exactly make the biggest rosters for their games. but who knows? Don't quote me on that. I don't know much about those games, to be perfectly honest. I'm just pumped for this one right here. So stay tuned in the coming weeks. I should have that video ready. I'm putting a lot of work into it and trying to really decide what characters I want to be in. There are going to be some obscure ones on there. Some of them are going to be characters you haven't even seen since the Dragon Ball days, so make sure to look forward to that video. But I want to hear from you guys. Are you excited about the announcements of future Trunks, Piccolo, and Krillin for Dragon Ball FighterZ? Which one do you want to play as first, and what characters do you want to see in the game? Whether they be someone super obscure from Dragon Ball, someone completely stupid from Dragon Ball GT, or maybe even one of the brand new fighters from the Tournament of Power in Dragon Ball Super. I'm serious, any character, even Emperor Pilaf, whoever you want in the game, make sure to tell me in the comments section. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like I said, if you haven't seen the brand new images of Krillin and Piccolo, check out the link in the description box. You'll be able to go check it out. I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for all things Dragon Ball related. Make sure to hit that like button and give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you guys next time. And as always, stay dandy, baby.